So hi, we are at Kimpact 2025 at Bangkok. So today we have with Professor Eric. Could you please give your brief intro?
Thank you very much. And I'm a professor at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, obviously in Hong Kong. And I've joined the university since 2005, so it's been there for about 21 years. And it's great to meet you at this K Impact event here in Bangkok.
Thank you so much. What a wonderful introduction. Thank you. So Professor, within a shortage of time, I have a very crisp question for you. Uh, there are many people, many companies, they don't know importance of knowledge management. So please, in a brief, tell us what is knowledge management and why it is important in this era.
Well, it's a very legitimate questions. I mean, to make it simple, knowledge management is about harnessing, gathering, organizing, and retrieving, appropriate knowledge at the right time and deliver it to the person who really need it anytime proactively. And many organizations are at a loss about exactly what to do with knowledge management. One of the reasons is, there's not enough skilled professionals in the market. And secondly, knowledge management takes time in order to yield tangible results. And today, in a fast-paced digital world, it's hard to expect, the decision makers to wait for a long time in order to see tangible results.
Mhm. So, what are the risks of the organizations who don't have knowledge management?
Well, a very legitimate question. It's a very high risk, they're vulnerable to these organizations because every day we have people leaving the organizations. We have people, retiring from the organizations. And in knowledge management, we differentiate between written knowledge, like tangible, externalized knowledge, and tacit knowledge. A lot of knowledge still in our head. And that's the problem because tacit knowledge is something that remains in employees' head. When employees leave the organization, you have a major exodus. You have a sudden loss of a huge volume of knowledge. And very often, organizations are having a lot of difficulty in order to try to patch that gap.
I'm from construction industry, and many my brothers and sisters are working at project site. So when I am discussing with these people that you have spent 25 years in the industry, so where your knowledge is, and there are some people they don't have answer. So you tell me that why it is important for all those people. They have excellent technical knowledge, but they are not capturing what is important to them, how they can capture, and why it is important for them.
Well, because I'm sure for all the construction engineers, they have also gone through all the major qualifications, training, and everything that they need to. But in everyday practice, as you said, they also accumulate a lot of experience and practice knowledge. And very often, these practice knowledge are lost because they are not documented. They are not written anywhere. So one way, in order to reduce or partially reduce the loss of knowledge, is to codify, is to record some of the knowledge which otherwise would have been liquidated, left, so that at least some of the knowledge get retained. Someone else got to read it, someone else to reinterpret, and someone can harness what's being salvaged so that not everything is lost.
You know what I generally said to these people, that definitely it is the benefit of the company, you are going to share your knowledge, but you are also making your personal repository.
That's right.
That's your asset. So again, the further question that in India we don't have particular, this knowledge management courses some in universities. So you have spent most of your life in this domain. So what are the recommendation and suggestion for you for the institutions and the universities to imbibe this knowledge management setup?
Very proactive question. In fact, I'm a bit surprised when you say that India doesn't have, fully fledged program in knowledge management. I'm a bit surprised.
Maybe I don't know, but just a caution. But it's not like the other courses comparative to other
Understood.
courses.
Okay, okay. So my recommendation is introduce knowledge management, not only subject level, but extend that to a degree, a bachelor degree, a master degree, or maybe a specialization. And inside this training, inside this degree program, you also invite companies to come in and share their practice knowledge and challenge the student to tackle real world projects so that you can produce, the students who are passionate about KM and ready to take on industry assignments and start to absorb experience.
What is the connection of innovation with knowledge management?
Very challenging question. To the industrialist, they're excited about innovation because innovation can produce results quickly. It's easier to see the visible result. But as I said, the innovations require a good knowledge infrastructure in order to sustain. Innovations require trusted network. People trust each other. If I don't trust you, I wouldn't be doing this interview. If I don't trust you, I wouldn't be sharing anything. And knowledge management help to cement a lot of that trust and enable smooth and natural flow of knowledge, which is essential for knowledge creation and creation of ideas.
Yeah, since you are in a college, you are a professor. So, as a student, or maybe any sort of courses which we are doing, or he or she is doing, how to be innovate while learning, be innovative. There are two aspects of the question.
Yes, yes.
One is as a student, those who are how to become more innovative in their approaches, and second, maybe any professional, maybe our site engineer, they are working day and night profusely building infrastructure
Mm.
for our country. So how they become more innovative in their work in day-to-day basis?
Very good question. For a student, uh, everybody really maintain a mind of curiosity, a
Wow.
curious mind. Always judge something with your own thinking and decisions. Challenge existing approach to see if there's a better way to do it. Try something alternative and see whether it also works effectively or even better. And for the constructionist, construction practitioners, I would say that continue to apply lateral thinking. Don't just blindly follow what the company's methodology has to do. I'm sure you have to abide by it, but at the same time, think, suggest, discuss, propose to company. Maybe there's an alternative way to do it better because the existing method was designed decades ago. Factors have changed, right? So maybe a better way. So be open, come forward, and propose alternative solutions.
Very nice. Uh, Again, the final last of questions, final questions. Uh, you have done a lot of work in technology, AI. So now there's a lot of noise, AI, and many other technologies. So how we, as a professional, especially in the construction industry, or maybe any sort of professional, should prepare for that change?
Okay, well, I'm not sure whether I'm qualified to answer this question, but what I do know is I'm among the one of the eldest person in the conference. So you're right. My PhD degree is also in artificial intelligence.
Oh
That was embarrassingly 45 years ago.
my God!
So
So you are a very foresighted leader.
so I have seen in my career in the past 4 or 5 decades different ways of KM,
Okay.
and today is history repeating itself. When a new wave of AI comes, we are overwhelmed. We are over expecting. We
Hmm.
believe that everything else that has not been solved, leave it to AI, it will solve for us. And as a result, if history is the guide, we will end up in disillusionment, right? Because we're over expecting. All right, so what should we do? How can we better prepare? As I, shared at the conference, I think we should be operating with a mindset that trying to differentiate, and be clear about what are the risks involved in using AI. What are some of the risks that we can reasonably, cope with, and then we start using AI for those that have less risk, but try to avoid or be very skeptical when applying AI to things that we believe to be high risk.
All right. So since you have experience and extensive experience in the field, and you are doing also some design some courses related to KM, we would like to understand that what is your final one life lesson to all my brothers and sisters at construction site. One lesson.
I'll be consistent. Change is happening all the time. We can't stop it. Do not fear about change. Do not resist about change. Embrace it. And through the change, create new opportunities.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Professor Eric,
Thank you very
for
much.
your time. There's a paucity of time, but still you made it possible. Thank you
Wonderful.
for
Thank
being
you.
kind and generous to us. Thank you. Thank you.